So Christian, do you want to start?
Yeah, okay. I'm Christian. For my DA, I'm doing a video essay on the paranormal beings and locations within Twin Peaks. I'm a massive Twin Peaks fan, and I've always been interested in the hard to explain elements of the show and movie.
Bang up. Okay, Dakota, do you want to go
Right.
now?
So I'm Dakota. My DA is basically a little character customization thing that people can use and express themselves with their own little chibi characters for profiles and like non-for-profit use. And I want to make it entirely about self-identity and expression.
Awesome. Oh God, no, it's my turn. I'm Hal. My DA is I created a website to help catalog like the DC comic universe and stuff like that. So yeah, I've just been going through and like I can speak. Uh like just jotting it all down and writing down the history and stuff. Yeah.
My name's Laura, and I have a TikTok profile that aims to participate in just like trendy content and explores whether engagement comes from your participation in trends on TikTok or if you have like a higher social status or all the TikTok algorithms. Yeah.
Bang up. Okay.
Nice. Hello,
Um
I'm Sophie. It's basically I'm using a ChatGPT because I wanted to interact with AI, and using it to predict Formula One race results because I wanted to pick something I was interested in, which is Formula One. So we're doing that and seeing how it works and how it can do that, and if the use of that as well. Perfect.
Perfect. Um, okay. Oh God. So what has been like your guys' like biggest struggle with the project so far? Like, how have you like what's the biggest issue you've run into and been like, man, oh God.
Well, with a show like Twin Peaks, there's a lot of fan theories that are involved in explaining the show, and I'm trying to implement ChatGPT to see what theories are the most plausible when trying to explain the characters and locations that I'm delving into. And ChatGPT just refuses to believe these theories are plausible unless I give it examples or push it in a way that it finally wants to go, oh, yeah, this does seem like a plausible idea. Maybe I was wrong. I've had to aggressively prompt it to re-evaluate its views on the show and its characters. That's it's really annoying that people invested in the show are so easy and open to other fans' theories, but something with so much knowledge at its hands doesn't want to take in other people's views.
Oh, that's interesting.
Fair. So my biggest roadblock has definitely been just struggling to use the programs. So the pit crew is what I'm originally using, and I'm doing all the drawing of the characters and their designs on Procreate, which I've been using for years. But I've never used pit crew like as a creator before. I've used it to make characters, but I haven't used it to upload my own drawings. So, because it's a Japanese based item, a lot of the translations aren't fully adequate and it doesn't explain a lot of the program. So, I've been struggling to use Pitkru and I've been watching a lot of tutorials, but again, a lot of the tutorials are in Japanese. And if they are in English, they're very, very short and they aren't very fleshed out. So, it's just been a lot of research on how to create and upload characters and get the system to work the way I want it. Um, because I've never used it before and it for example, it'll let me upload certain images, and then it'll also say that they came up as corrupted, and it doesn't want to upload anything else, and it won't let them be positioned where they want to be. So it's definitely just figuring out how to use PitCrew has been like the biggest roadblock throughout my entire project.
That is so real. I've had something really similar of like trying to figure out how websites work because I was okay, so for this project, I was trying to learn programming, and for the longest time, I felt like I was just slamming my head into a wall. Like the tutorials that are out there, while they're like kind of help, it's also kind of inadequate in some spots. Like it will be short or it won't clarify on something because to them it's easy, and I'm like, to me, this makes no sense at all. So yeah, and for a while I was getting to like the final steps and it was like, yep, everything's working, you're doing it all right. And then it's still like the website wasn't running online and like I had to ask for help from like computer science students to go, hey, please help me out. And even they weren't able to figure it out because the just tutorials for online were just so shit. Oh, I don't know if I should say that. So crap. Um, so yeah, that was my issue was just apps, technology.
Yeah, my biggest issue has just been like finding trends and stuff that I can actually like do myself and things aren't me boring for people that watch it. Also one of the biggest issues has been because I use CapCut to make like my videos for like templates and stuff. And then because I do it on my laptop, they don't download properly onto my phone and then it doesn't send properly like it does. So like what it looks like on my laptop, it doesn't look like on my phone. So things get cut off. And then also figuring out like the TikTok algorithm, so how to reach like the most amount of viewers that I can has been hard. And yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. And yeah, so
Yeah,
real.
that's my bad, guys. I say that a lot.
I kind of have two issues. One similar to Christian. Freaking Chat GPT doesn't want to listen to me. I was literally talking to it about like the Formula One and stuff, and it was like responding back, and then I started to get it to like talk about the race and predictions, and it would, and then like 2 weeks later, it kept telling me it wouldn't, and I was like, "Why won't you do this? You did it last week," and it was like, "No, I can't do that," and I was like, "Why not? You did it last week," and it's finally started like working again, and I don't know what the difference was between last week and this week, but anyway. So that's one of them. ChatGPT is annoying me, and the other one is my like getting social interaction with it. I actually still kind of haven't figured that out yet with how I want to like put it out there too. Because as of right now, obviously I'm just the one doing everything, but like part of the DA is needing interactions with it. So I got to figure out how I want to do that.
For that, like maybe have you tried like do you go to like you because yours is on Formula One, right?
Yeah.
Do you like go to Formula like One events and stuff or like car events and stuff like that?
No, but I think I'm pretty sure I figured out what I want to do, which is like I'll either try and like get into some sort of like Discord, Reddit community type thing with that, or like on Instagram somewhere in some.
Yeah, I was gonna say do just like find a social media group or something where like people go and look at. And like yeah, usually there'll be plenty of people who'll be interested in that kind of stuff to like find a community and stuff. Because yeah, social media is just the best place to kind of get your DAs out. Like that's what I've been doing with mine, and I've gotten a couple of interactions and stuff.
Laura, I have a question for you real quick. Have you thought about like branching out to other places other than just like TikTok, or like are you just like mainstream wanting to build the social media on TikTok?
I originally wanted to do TikTok because I thought it would. I feel like TikTok is easier to reach more people just because of like you have like the For You page and all that. So I didn't really consider like Instagram or anything like that. But after like posting a few videos and looking at the engagement, I've been considering either posting the same videos on like an Instagram page or different videos to see how it goes.
Yeah, I feel like
100%.
yeah, TikTok works for the like TikTok is good with just like randomly popping off stuff and like getting heaps of yeah. But then yeah, I feel like if you posted the same things on Instagram, it would help with like overall content discovery.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like Instagram just as a platform is like more consistent with showing like if you're following them,
Yeah.
you're gonna see it more often. Whereas TikTok is more the place to find new things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like on TikTok, I don't see a lot of stuff from people I follow unless I'm specifically looking at the following tab. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be new
Mm.
stuff. So if you're trying to build an audience, TikTok would be, I think, a great place to start. But then once you've got one, maybe try
Like
shifting
make
to
an
different.
Instagram account and
Yeah,
try and, I guess, like transfer them over.
yeah, or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Either way. Yes, awesome. So what do you guys wish you knew before like starting on this project? Like what has been something you're like, oh God, maybe I shouldn't have done it this way.
Well, I mean, I wish I'd known more of the fan theories about Twin Peaks because I didn't really go deep into like fan subreddits or like Discord servers or forums to see what other people were thinking. I tried to just formulate my own opinion, but it's a lot. I find there's a lot of fun in seeing how other people interpreted, certain scenes or colors used in a scene or music in that scene. Um, I feel like I've missed out a lot on just viewing it and understanding it from my own perspective. I feel like there's a lot there's a sense of community when you share your theories, and I feel like because David Lynch doesn't like giving out answers and explanations to his projects, so to have a large group of people, band together and put in their ideas to try and figure out, you know, what the meaning of one particular scene in a whole TV show is. That's to me that's very special and very appealing to me. I just as a massive fan of like movies and TVs, trying to figure out stuff that kind of sticks out and doesn't make sense in a particular scene. I don't know. I to me I just really I wish I'd looked at more and been open to other people's theories earlier than just this project.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Like fandom is a great place to like learn and like get further into like theories and stuff like that. Like I love
Mm.
looking like when I was watching Arcane, my entire thing was like going back online and seeing what everyone else was saying about it. I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah. Dakota?
Um, yeah, so something I wish I knew before starting this project was just how much time it would take to make everything. Because obviously I have to do like a base and then like different like I have like array of like 12 different skin tones. And then I have like different eye shapes, but then each eye shape needs to have a color. And I didn't realize how like time consuming it is to like sketch everything, give it line art, give it color, give it shading, and then like just add on like accessories because I want it to be so like broad and not narrow. Because what I find with a lot of like CapCut, sorry, not CapCut, Pit Crew things is that a lot of them are based around like Asian like characters or like white characters, and there's not like a lot of people of color. And I just wish that I knew how long it would be to create all of these like beautiful like things for the characters. I also wish that I would probably do a bit more research on like cultural significance of like clothing and stuff because now I'm like a bit delayed with making my icons because I want to make sure that like I'm 100% accurate on like because I want to be culturally sensitive. So I want to make sure I'm accurate with like if a character like wears a hijab, like what style is it, like how is it best to like portray it, and like if a character has like a bindi, how would that be portrayed as well? Like I want to be very like culturally sensitive around this, and I just wish I did a bit more research at the start around it because I want to do these like cultures and these clothing items a little bit of justice. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh God, I haven't even thought about it. I know I asked the question. What did I wish I knew before starting on my project? I wish I had just done a little bit more research into programming, or I wish I had found an alternative website to use, like other than the app I'm using. Because while like this kind of is like what I was set on from the beginning, I wish I had been more open to maybe trying something else and finding what would work best. Because like while yes, like now that I've got it up and running, it's great and it's working exactly how I want. I feel like I wasted a lot of time when everyone else was making more progress. So yeah, I feel like there's more I could have done with the time I spent trying to like ram my head into the wall compared to actually what happened. Yeah, so just make sure that you know what you're doing. I feel like is kind of our entire thing. It's just not having any idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that on another level, man.
Before something I wish before I, you know what, forget that. Yeah, similar to Dakota, kinda like how much time it takes to like actually come up with an idea and then actually make the video and then edit it and then come up with like relevant hashtags and all that kind of stuff so people see it. Um, and also like yeah, more research into what people like whether people like new content every day or like a series of videos that like forces them to kind of watch like a multiple of my videos at once rather than just posting a few videos to see what gets the most engagement. Um, yeah.
I feel like on TikTok specifically, if you have like series of videos, you will get like that makes them click on your account to get more. I feel like that's what gets you engagement, right? Because the things that get you engagement on TikTok and makes it more likely is if it's shared, if they will click on your account to like see more, or if they search something after they see your video, because TikTok sees that and it's like, ah, yes, people are actually interacting with this, like they are seeing the content and they like want to see more. So yeah, that's like kind of what boosts content on TikTok
Yeah,
algorithm,
I
if I remember
think
correctly.
try next. Like do like a series of something to see if it gets better engagement on the account.
Yeah, because I haven't used TikTok in a hot minute, but from memory, it's always like, yeah, the stuff that goes viral is like one crazy thing, and then it's like they like go on parts from that, and then like that's how you get the engagement. So like if you can do that, then I'm sure you'll be set. Wish I kind of had a clearer idea, I guess, of what I was doing, a more solid plan. I feel like I was kind of like floating in the first few weeks of not really knowing what I was doing. So like we didn't do a lot of uh solid groundwork that could have been done earlier and kind of could have had a more clearer idea of what I was trying to do instead of now only figuring it out like a few weeks in. Not ideal, but we're here now, I guess. So can't really help that. But for
Definitely.
future reference, have a more solid plan. I guess maybe if we wanted to, like a few pointers to anyone who is trying to do it, I guess, well, this is the point of the discussion, but a few like general pointers, which we kind of did touch on, but like consistency and engagement, I feel like would be like the two main ones for like
Definitely.
working on your DA.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
It's just if you know before, like how to get engagement and how to like if you just have experience with what you're doing, that is just the best way to do your DA is and to make it successful, I feel, is to just do something you're confident you know what you're doing and it will go much better than I feel like it has.
100%. Like there's no issue with like trying something new,
Yeah,
but just like do a little bit of research about like what it is and find something you're passionate about. A few other people from like other classes were saying that it was difficult because they weren't actually passionate about their DA and what their topic was. And like I can obviously see that like Christian, for example, is very passionate about like Twin Peaks, which is probably a massive driving factor for like his motivation to do well in his DA. And like I really like art, so that's like a driving factor for me to definitely like find something that you're passionate about and then incorporate that into your DA is probably like my biggest tip.
Yeah, you'll 100% be way more interested to do it if you're actually
yeah,
interested in what you're doing and learning about and trying to
because then
like create.
because then it doesn't feel like work, right? And that makes like I if as long as I don't feel like I'm doing work, I'm happy to do it. But as soon as it's like, I gotta actually do
Tricking you, yeah,
things.
tricking your brain into doing uni work.
Yeah. Just make it as fun as possible. Just, yeah, don't make it into work. Think of it as, oh, I'm just spending more time doing something that I like, you know?
So true.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, those are good calls. Anything else anyone wants to say before I think we finish up?
Mm. I'm okay. I feel like good luck to us all and to the future people doing DAs as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
just thoughts and prayers, everyone. Oh yeah, let's get some
Oh my god,
props in
yes.
here.
Yes.
We'll need it. Thoughts and prayers, we'll need them.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
What is